Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
Hello and welcome to the channel. It is a beautiful day out here in Houston. You can see it's nice and sunny outside. It's finally cooled down a bit out here. It's been just this summer's been insanely hot, and it's finally cooled down a little bit, so it's actually nice to go outside and stuff. So previous video I was dropping off the Scatpack to Peitz, and I am indeed going to be selling my old Scatpack here. Now the reason why I'm selling this guy isn't some grand conspiracy. It's really that I don't drive it. Now, I kind of finished building this car like right around the time COVID hit. And during that time, I also basically stopped driving around and stopped going places. And kind of life changed a little bit for me. Started hanging out at home a little bit more, doing stuff with the kids. So just as a result, this car isn't me anymore, and I just don't drive it, I don't use it, and I don't need it. And because of that, I'd like to sell it. I'd like someone else to be able to get an opportunity to, you know, have fun with this thing. I mean, this Scatpack, this thing makes like 1100 horsepower. So what I would like to see is my Scatpack here go to a nice home, someone who would appreciate it, would race it, have fun with it. It's in great condition. I mean, I had it garaged probably like 95% of its life in my garage, which is also temperature controlled. I have an AC in there to keep the humidities away. You can see the interior is pretty good. You try to show some of the negative stuff. So I think the interior is pretty much perfect except for this right here, and the screen has some delamination I've made a point of. But that's actually somehow, I mean, everybody told me it was going to fix itself, and it somehow did. I mean, the spot got smaller and it started working again. So it's really kind of become a non-issue, like by magic. So that is kind of shocking. This part here is the only thing that's like non-perfect in the interior, and I don't really understand what happened here. I guess this is a somewhat of a common problem. It's just these panels just aren't built for life. So as you can see, I have this one of these floor mats, which are very nice. Same thing for the back. It covers the entire front. Of course, I got car seats in the back right now. Roll around with my kids. So let me pop the hood. So the motor you are looking at here is an Arrington 426. This was a fully forged 426 block that I bought from Arrington. I'll put the specs on the screen. 426 block, and it also has ported heads, custom ground cam, for the fuel system. It's a Fore Innovations triple pump. It's supposed to be good for, you know, well in excess of 1300 horsepower ish, so it should be fine for everything we're doing here. I think actually a little bit more. So it's a 3-pump system. With the setup here, the car is set to about 15 pounds of boost and makes right around 1,050, 1,100 to the flywheel. So it's very powerful, running on all E85 right now. So you could change the tune to add a 91 octane or 93 octane tune. It obviously wouldn't make the 1100 horsepower on those, but you could still make a lot of power on pump gas if you wanted to. You just have to retune it. And as far as the tuning, I do have a tuning device with the necessary credits. I think 6 credits, so that will be included as well. And the other thing it also has is a HP90 transmission. So it has the HP90 transmission from a Hellcat, along with all the software changes and stuff to make it work like factory in this car. So it should be, like I said, I built this to be reliable with the amount of power it has. So built engine, built trans, not a built trans, but the HP90s we know can hold the big power. Did a whole bunch of research into that one. So HP90 transmission, built motor, lots of fuel on the 85. I even have an ethanol content sensor here in the glove box to see, so when you fill up, you can check your ethanol content. So the last thing I got done when I was in Peitz was this belt tensioner. So as some of you might recall, I've been having problems previously with the belt slipping, mostly when I'm racing and it heats up a whole bunch. This belt tensioner was the one made by, I think it's made by American Racing. It's about $700. So it was a lot of money, but it was one of the things the car really needed to kind of like, you know, make it just that much more perfect. Peitz also adjusted the beading on where the intercooler mates with the throttle body. So we were having problems with the boot slipping off under high boost. And now with he adjusted those beads, put a stronger bead in, and all the clamps, it holds very nicely now. So it'll run high boost, no problems. I actually had a lot of fun with this car, driving it around. So as far as the amount of money I spent on all the mods it has, I made videos on this topic before. It equals a little over $30,000, closer to 35, I guess, when you include everything, but right around 30,000 ish. Now, most of it was, of course, the built motor, the trans, the fuel system. All those things were like really the big money makers. And of course, everything I didn't really skimp on any of the build. Like, everything's done correctly. And meant for reliability. Like, this is a car that I wouldn't hesitate to like take on long trips. So it's a car that you could easily drive around, and that's kind of how I built it. And that's one of the reasons why it cost so much money building it. If you wanted this power level, you don't need to go this excessive. But if you want this power level and you want it to be like dead reliable, then you do. So I know all the haters out there with their 1,000 horsepower Hellcats, they're not as reliable as this. I mean, it's way more high strung on a non-built engine. Like, it's obvious, this is a lot more money, but it's also reliable. So I got a nice reliable 1,000 horsepower. So I'm trying to defend the crazy amount of money. This Charger here wasn't built to be an investment, so I don't expect it to be that. Clearly, I expected to drive it more than I did, and to like have more fun with it, and to be, doing crazy roll races and stuff. But that's just not the way the cards were dealt for me. I don't really do that kind of stuff anymore like I used to. So it makes the car pointless. I just don't drive it, and it just sits there. So I really would like someone else to, get a chance to drive it. And it shouldn't just have an existence of sitting in my garage. So this is a 2017 Scatpack. It currently has 16,120 miles. Yeah, so just 16,000 miles. So it's not in really rough shape. I mean, everything's pretty clean still. It spent a lot of time, sitting either in shops or in the garage. Not too much time being driven, which is pretty sad, to be honest. Not what I'm used to. For the factory options on this is of course a Scatpack. It has the Alcantara seats, which are heated and cooled. It has the Beats audio and also the technology group. So with the technology group, you get like the adaptive cruise control, which most of the cars don't have that, but that is an amazing feature. And you can't get that on the Hellcats. I don't know if you can today. I still don't think you can, which is really annoying. But that allows you the cruise control to maintain the pace of the car in front of you. It's an absolutely brilliant feature if you drive on the highway a lot. It's a must-have. And it's got, of course, blind spot monitoring, collision warning, all that good stuff. Memory seats, heated and ventilated front seats, the heated back seat. The whole interior is in pretty crisp condition, other than, of course, this little thing here, which, you know, I don't even know how to fix that. I guess replace this part. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me. So, but, you know, it is a problem. Other than that, the interior's pretty flawless. I mean, everything works. Everything looks good. So what else is included with the car? I also want to mention, don't want to forget that I also have a set of drag radials that all of course include with the car because they're the correct offset and everything. Currently, it's on some Demon replica wheels. The fronts are, I think it's a 9.5 in the front and a 10.5 inch in the rear. I'll put all the specs on the screen, but it's a 275 40 20 in the front, 315 35 20 in the rear. So this is the tire upgrade you want to have with one of these Chargers because it really helps the hook. I know the newer ones have, you know, you can get one of them with the wide body. This isn't a wide body, obviously, but it does have 315s in the back, and both tires are in good condition. And just to show that subwoofer in the back, as the subwoofer, just a little Rockville subwoofer. Made a video on that, of course, and a lightweight lithium battery. So the price I was looking for was $40,000 or best offer, and that is actually, I think, is a really good price. I probably could get more if I tried harder, but I don't. I don't really want to. I think that's a reasonable price. So yeah, the old Scat's for sale. I want to say it's sad, but it's really not sad. I mean, I don't drive the car, so it's like it's all good for me. The real thing that I want is to want the car to go to someone else who's going to drive it. Like, you know, that's kind of what I'm about. And it just sitting here doesn't really do much for me. So that's gonna be it for now. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Of course, my contact information will be below if anyone's interested in purchasing the car. 40 grand. Again, for a 2017 Scatpack with 16,000 miles, that's not a bad price without, you know, 30 grand worth of mods done by a highly reputable shop. I mean, it's not like I did this stuff in my garage or something like that. Like, this was all done by a high quality shop, one of the top tuners and shops, at least in Texas, probably in the country, at least for Dodge stuff. So definitely, I think good value for someone. I hope to one day see this thing ripping around somewhere else. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Of course, the channel's not going anywhere. This channel, I had it before the Scat. I'll have it after the Scat. It's just one car. Had the WRX. It's just you know, I'm not making videos in this car anyway, so there's doesn't make. Peace.
Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated. Weed is engaged in the pavement. Rubber escorts like I'm seeking arrangement. Push the gas, escalate the gauges, escalate hits on the cam girls' pages, blazes and hit 'em with